Looking at his wildlife photography, one would never guess that Martin Tyner was diagnosed with severe dyslexia as a young boy.
While all the other children were out playing, I was doing homework with my grandmother, and my grandmother taught me to read. My grandmother saved my life.
Martin was also afraid of birds. Ironically, his lifelong passion began in California with a pigeon named George.
And my job was to every day stick my hand in the cage and give it food and water, and by the end of the summer I could pick it up and pet it. And George was a very sweet, gentle creature that I just absolutely adored.
After spending several years training wild animals in California, Tyner moved to Cedar City.
Hey, Scout. How's my boy?
Where he has spent the last 37 years caring for and even training birds of prey.
Scout is he's 13 years old. He was a rescue. A farmer up in Wyoming was threatening to shoot him, and I was called in by the federal government to rescue him before he got shot. So this is a full-grown wild eagle. This eagle flies free. He goes thousands of feet in the sky. He flies with the wild eagles, and he follows me as I flush out jackrabbits for him to catch.
You might say his life has gone to the birds, but for a good reason. Martin began taking in wounded animals and is now the founder and CEO of the Southwest Wildlife Foundation. He not only rescues and houses wild birds, but also takes the time to train them in an ancient practice called falconry. On this day, he takes his prairie falcon, which is considered to be the most dangerous falcon in North America. Tyner attaches a transmitter for tracking.
He chases something a long distance away, then I have to go track her down.
And then releases homing pigeons from a remote location outside of Cedar City.
It's up to the falconer to make sure that the bird is given the opportunities to hunt and to be a falcon like it's supposed to be virtually every day.
The release of the birds allows for good exercise, followed by a mouse for a meal.
This gives her exercise and lets her be a hunting bird by just providing, high quality racing pigeons that she has very little chance of catching.
Tyner uses the wild birds for education in local schools and in ceremonies for Eagle Scouts.
So legally, the average person can't do this. And so basically nobody else can, so somebody needs to. That just happens to be me.
Tyner and his wife have since written a book inspiring others. His book, called Healer of Angels, features many of the birds he's rescued and tells a story of never quitting and always doing good.
Doing well means you do good for yourself. And my grandfather would always say there's nothing wrong with that. Doing good means you do well for others. And so he always believed that you should get up every morning and do good.
Tyner's mission now is to help all the wildlife he can in southern Utah, while at the same time educating people about them.
To be the founder and CEO of the Southwest Wildlife Foundation, our wildlife rescue group here in southern Utah, that has led me to rescuing all the animals, to be the first person in North America licensed to train a wild eagle in falconry, and to have had truly an amazing life thanks to my grandparents.
In Cedar City, Melissa Anderson, KCSG News.